Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, max out your savings. The more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Plus, get free home delivery on any smart bed with base. Limited time. Check it out at a Sleep Number store near you or at sleepnumber.com today.
Well, welcome back to Gopher's Workshop. I'm your host, Aaron, and joining me, as always, today, actually excited for this episode, is Chris.
I'm alive. Excited seems like too much work, but I'm here.
Oof. Oof. So, Chris, what's today's episode about?
The one episode that I'm actually begrudgingly doing is the one where you don't claim that I'm begrudgingly doing something.
You're right. It sticks on theme. Deal with it.
So a while back, one of our patrons, good old Mitch, sent us a few goofy lists. These are, we're going to call them meme lists, not because they're like spamming a thing, but because they are doing a thing wrong. Not illegal, not like inappropriate. It's if I show this list to a GW guy, they would say that's not how the game's supposed to work.
That's not how this is supposed to happen.
In addition to those lists, I came up with a couple of extra ones. Also, we're about to hate list building this episode.
They're going to be so funny.
Let's start with one of the lists that Mitch sent us. We're going to call this, you know what? I've already decided. We're going to call this list NATO.
NATO?
Yep. So Mitch sent us a custodes list. Let me explain the list real quick. It's a Canis Rex, a Vindicator Assassin, a Watchmaster with Death Watch Kill Team as allies, and also a Warhound Titan.
Cool. So where's the custodes?
Yep. That's the list. It turns out a Warhound Titan's like 1,100 points, and you're allowed to have a Titan in addition to like a big knight, in addition to an ally for an assassin. So, yeah, he's this is his NATO custodes list. It's a conglomeration of allies that don't actually represent the thing they're. Anyway, we're not getting into politics here, but. So I'm supposed to, I was told to analyze this list. I hate it. I don't know what to tell you. Here's why this list works. It doesn't. The reason the list works is because this list, assuming it does terribly, which is almost certainly true, any faction that you think isn't good enough right now, totally opinion-based, that's Imperium. It turns out you can just claim you're playing Guard, or you can claim you're playing Custodes, or any Space Marine faction, or even Sisters, and you just play this list. So you're not playing that faction at all. You tank the internet's win rates if there's enough of you doing this thing. And then you can convince GW that the best Imperium faction out there is so underpowered, they need to give it a buff. And then, that's what this list is for. It's for tanking win rates.
This list is for tanking win rates.
You wanted me to analyze this list. This is what I have for you. Okay.
I have questions.
I don't have answers. What do you think this is? Ask Jeeves? I ain't got shit.
All right, Chris. So it's very clear that this entire episode is going to be very much this direction. So first off, before we go any further, a shout out to Mitch. Thank you for submitting these lists. And yes, we are aware that other people will submit a list. But because we don't want this episode to be going too long, we're going to do another one at a later date. We're going to pull those lists from other people. We're going to do the thing.
We're only going to go over like 4 lists today.
Yeah.
And again, the purpose of going over these lists is not like, I want to help you with your list. That is normally my job. Today, it's not.
Meme day.
Today is going over the intentional dredges of lists that were sent to me.
It's Halloween, right? Okay. So first off, I want to change this list's name again. All right. Because we're doing all of this in honor of the exciting months coming, right? All the exciting holidays. So this is no longer NATO list. This is our Halloween list. Because we're dressing up as other things.
You're trying to call this list Comic-Con? they're just all cosplaying as custodes.
God, I hate this. It makes so much sense. This list is now the Comic-Con list.
I want you to go up to an army of, air quotes, custodes and see all of these monstrous machines that are kind of overcosted, and then go up to them and just be like, "You're a weeb." And like that's what you're trying to do. I don't understand.
Also, are you telling me that other than taking a win rate, this list has no functionality? You can't play with this list?
I see, but that's the purpose of all of these lists. They are technically playable. We have broken no rules. We're not cheating. We're just, intentionally doing bad. All right. Different. I could absolutely take this list to like one of the GW reps and just be like, hey, look at this list. And they're going to say like, it's not that you can't do this, but this is definitely not what we intended. Stop this. Right? Like
by the end of this episode, what my hopes are here is one time I want to see one of these lists played at a major.
Please don't. Please don't.
And I want them to shout you out.
Why are you tanking win rates for no reason?
It's not about that. It's about the cringe that the GW reps will have to have.
Okay, all right. You know what? I'm going to say one of these is arguably playable. None of these are good. One of these has a chance to win like an problems. RTT because people don't understand how dumb it is. Anyway.
It causes problems. Anyway, okay. So we spent enough time. I like it. You're not a custodes. You're not a guardsman. I'm a guardsman, not a guardsman. I'm a blood angel, not a blood angel.
What is the list? The answer is Imperium. There's no anything. It's not even an inquisitorial agents. Not. It's just Imperium.
You telling me this is the only time Inquisitorial Agents is playable?
No, it's not playable. It's still bad.
What's our next list, Chris?
Is there a bridge around here I can walk off? All right. So the next list is we're gonna say it's if you've ever been really upset at your local like gun line list, they like to just stay in there and gun you down, and I don't care if it's Tau or Guard or Votan or whatever, right? Just you're mad at this gun line list. Well, there was a list that basically decided shooting lists aren't allowed to play. Okay, so we're going to start by saying we're going to take 3 units, and this is Imperium. We're going to take 3 units of the new Helvrin Armigers.
Okay.
Not the greatest, but it suppresses a unit, right? So the purpose of these guys is I have 3 things, and I get to target that unit after I hit it. All I have to do is hit. It's -1 to hit. And again, we're really mad at shooting. This makes sense. So then we're playing Imperium. Let's play some Marines. We're going to take 3 units of suppressors. Now we have 6 units that we can suppress a turn. really mad at this shooting player. Okay. Now, I'm going to go a little out of order here. We're also going to put in all of these units are going to go in the Vanguard Spearhead. So even if they're a Tau player that gets pluses to hit all the time, I don't care. Effectively, it's -2 to hit for all your relevant units. You are not allowed to shoot me. Stop that. Now, as you are all aware, the minus to hit caps at 1, right? So we're not actually stopping them from shooting. We're just discouraging them. So how do we fix this? Well, we're still mad at shooting players. So we're going to put in, let's say 3 Lone Op Lieutenants. We're going to put in our Athan Sean. We're going to put in our Shrike. We're going to give him a little 5-man like JPI or something, right? So that he's also Lone Op. And then we're going to put in 3 units of Eliminators. Those are the sniper guys with stealth. We're also going to put each of those is going to get a Phobos Librarian, effectively giving all of them Lone Op. So now we're up to 9 Lone Op units and 6 units that suppress on top of our Vanguard that says we get cover and -1 to hit outside 12. Boy, howdy. Are we also, I'd like to point out, it's -1 to hit, not stealth. So the units that have stealth, if they actually get inside, like, or are able to shoot at it for some reason, they would get the stealth and the -1 to hit if they're outside 12. Anyway. So we're really, really mad at shooting players. It's not even about winning. It's about making sure the shooting player does not play the game. Okay. We're mad at that guy.
Okay.
Now you may have done a little math here and you may have noticed that we still have some floating points, like a real amount. So we'll splash in a couple of Invictor Tactical.
Okay, but why?
Well, because our list has so much Phobos in it. When that shooting player decides to be a jerk and actually shoot at me,
oh no,
we get to respond and shoot back with the Invictor Tactical Warsuit. Stop shooting.
Oh no, it makes sense now. Oh.
Again, I'm not saying this list is good. I'm not saying you should play this list. Please do not. We're encouraging people to have fun together. This list says shooting players do not roll dice. And if they do roll dice, I'm mad about it.
I want to be a problem.
Also, actually, as a matter of fact, I think there's a few floating points. If we did the math correctly, I'll have to double check that. But if there is a few floating points, then one of the options I thought about was switching out a Lone Op Lieutenant or a Captain and Phobos armor, giving enhancement for Lone Op and Stealth. The reason you would do the swap is because then the 3 Eliminator units that infiltrate, redeploy them after they deploy, making sure you stay outside Lone Op. Minor detail.
Okay.
You're trying to roll dice? Stop that.
I think the best part about this whole list in particular is it is very much you don't get to play the game.
It's just spiteful.
You don't get to play.
It's not good. It's not even like you're going to outscore your opponent. They're going to be constantly trying to move forward to you. You're just going to you know what? All the rods, they're going to have the bolt carbine so that they get to move and then shoot and then farther back because they're trying to stay outside Lone Op. No, this list is not good, but also this is how you convince someone to not play against you ever. You didn't even let me roll any dice till turn 4. And then you let's be honest. At this point, they don't roll a single die till turn 4 after they roll a die and you don't get to shoot back with an Invictor. Just concede. No, I don't. I'm trying to prove a point. I don't want to play. It's not even about I don't want you to play shooting. It's I'm trying to show you that I don't want to play.
This list is just spiteful. And the problem is that it synergizes so well with one another.
Wait, you told me to make a meme list.
Yeah,
so I decided to.
I don't think GW intended this.
They did not.
Also, is this the one that you could take to an RTT and beat people with?
No.
Oh, boy. Oh, gosh. Oh. All right. Well, do you want to take a mid break here? And when we come back, we'll discuss the other two lists?
Sure. Sounds good.
All right.
Tonight's meal, tilapia surprise with boiled cabbage. Begin cooking steps 1 through 50 now.
Are you kidding me? Making dinner shouldn't feel like doing a 1,000-piece puzzle. With Blue Apron's new one-pan assemble and bake meals, the hard part's already done. Pre-chopped ingredients, zero stress. Just assemble, bake, and enjoy. No complicated steps, no mountain of dishes. Try Assemble and Bake today. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
Well, Chris, here we are in the middle of this really wacky episode. Do you know what we do first in the metal part?
Patrons.
So we have to thank our patrons. So first up, we have our guardsman patron, Matt's Mini Minute. Minute. I'm giving Chris a stupid face. He's giving me one back.
That's the dumbest face I've seen in a while, and I see you every day.
Oof. So next we have our White Shield Guardsman patrons, Mitch, who we're talking about today, and Nicodemus and Tiberius. I don't know.
Tibia.
Tibia. Then we have a new patron, our Servo Skull patron, Captain Buffalo.
That I like you.
I totally did. It says beef aloe.
Yep.
Don't give me that look. That's a weird look. Anyway, thanks, patrons. Thank you, patrons, because without you, we wouldn't have a show. You make all this possible. So thank you. And thank you to our dear listeners, because without you, we would be talking to ourselves in a padded room, and there might be some men in white coats to come take care of us.
Yes, please.
That being said, Chris,
Mm-hmm.
it's the mid break. We have some exciting news, don't we?
So we do for November specific.
Can't see it, but I'm doing finger things.
That didn't help. You didn't have to say that.
So, month of November, we just got done with our GT. Very big event for us. And we decided, why not continue to do big things? We're doing another big event. We're doing Turkey Hammer on November 22nd. What's Turkey Hammer, Chris?
So, Turkey Hammer is going to be a fun, goofy. It is not going to be our normal tournament for the month. We'll still do a regular.
Mm-hmm.
But middle of the month, 22nd of November, we're going to do a charity event. We're going to start with the event itself, right? Because we want you guys to show up and have a good time.
Yep.
This is a fun, goofy event. We're going to do a couple of weird things. For starters, Legends units available for this event. All your weird old stuff that you have like collecting dust it off. Bring it back out. Show how much hobby time you put into a unit that GW got mad at you for. I don't know. Have a good time. In addition to that, we have a whole table of extra, air quotes, stratagems. They're not, but they're kind of like stratagems. They do not use CP. They're going to use turkey tickets that we got.
Turkeys.
But all of the, like, effectively, they're stratagems. We have a bunch of goofy, kind of fun stuff that allows you to kind of break the rules of the game. Because again, the whole event is meant to be fun, goofy times, enjoying the event. Winning is not important because it's a charity event. The winners are the people that are benefiting from the charity. It's not about prize support or any of that nonsense. We're here to support, a local community. Specifically, what we're going to do this year is we're going to take all of the proceeds of this event, 100% of it, And we're going to take that money, going to do, I want to say, angel, not quite. Going to take that money. We're going to find some kids in the local area that maybe won't be getting any. And we're going to try to help those families. The economy is booming and the best it's ever been. And also our government is looking out for us. Greatest. We're going to help fix some of that by making sure that the kids are taken right. We can all agree for all the problems in the world, it ain't their fault. So again, we're going to take all that. We're going to get presents, make sure that kids have some good Christmases that they may not have had otherwise. That's the purpose of it. So again, 100% of proceeds, not a single cent goes to the store. 100% is going towards this thing. And then, as far as you guys are concerned, again, fun, goofy event. Just, why don't you give them a couple of examples of? You
want to tell them what they won, Vanna?
When I say goofy stratagem.
Okay, so I'm going to tell them my favorite. For 3 turkeys, you can use the stratagem turducken. So turducken can be used during setup of the game, and transport units can transport vehicles or monsters. A vehicle or monster takes up a 10 capacity each. So you can literally shove a rhino into a rhino. Or how about a drop pod into a drop pod?
I hate it so much. But also, that's the purpose of this event. Fun, goofy. It doesn't need to make sense.
The best part is you could just keep spending tickets to do it. You just have drop pods inside drop pods.
No, stop that.
You want to build a meme list? This is the event to do it.
The Imperial Tyrannid. Just drop pod out of drop pod out of drop pod.
You got a little Russian nesting doll drop pod going on. Oh no, you blew up my drop pod. Joke's on you. I have another drop pod.
So dumb. Anyway. Why don't you give him another one?
All right. So if that's not enough for you, you want to know what is? You brought a lot of transports. That's incredible. Cool. So for 2 turkeys, I'm going to go ahead and spend them to get deep fried a frozen turkey.
No, don't do that.
So whenever you're supposed to roll a deadly demise, you can spend these turkey points. And instead, it just automatically explodes. So all those drop pods you just took.
I'm not sure drop pods are the right thing to spend it on, but yes.
Rhino in a rhino?
It turns out the best part of 40K is usually the explosions. So now you can have as many of his explosions as you have vehicles. Have a great time.
See, here was my thought. You could just keep jamming rhinos into, right? As much as you want. And then you just drive it straight behind enemy lines. And then...
No, but see, you're missing out here, right?
Then you blow it up. Then it just, you get a shot and it blows up. You auto 6 it. And then the next one has to make an emergency disembark. And you just keep...
But it's a turducken. Doesn't that mean that you go 3 layers deep, but also they're supposed to be different each time?
I mean, yeah.
So you need to rhino inside a land raider inside it. You gotta change it up some.
Okay. So we're going to do land raider inside a rhino.
Ooh, actually, can we do rhino inside a drop pod and the drop pods inside the land raider? Just the land raider just bullets out a rhino across the board.
Boom. At any rate, look at the fun, stupid things you can have with just 2 stratagems. Just 2, and you're already doing dumb things.
Yes. The important note, we have the spreadsheet up, but also the spreadsheet, I think, is actually 20-something stratagems.
Yeah, it is.
It's a wild, goofy time. Again,
It is
it's not just about having fun.
22 stratagems total.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I love it.
We have tickets up available if you want to sign up for that. They're already on our website. Also, there's going to be a separate link, which you can do day of or ahead of time if you want to donate to the charity, like you can't make it or something like that. There is a thing on our website. We'll put it in the show notes as well. That is basically just $1 like charity donation. There's no tax or anything on that, and you can buy as many of those as you want. So if you want to donate $20, you can just get 20 of those tickets. But again, we appreciate all of you guys, and we're trying to pay it forward and help out the local area, things like that.
So that's Turkey Hammer. Go get your tickets now. Go turducken things.
Stop it.
At any rate, Chris, is there anything else you want to talk about in the mid-break?
All I can think is stop it. It helps.
Stop it. That's what this event's all about. That's what this episode's all about.
I'm going to need help after this.
Well, speaking of help you can help yourself. Save some dollars. If you head on over to gophermafia.com, you can save 15% off all your GW stuff. Always, all the time. All the goodies. Good. Yeah, Chris. Look at that. I rolled right into it. They call that a segue.
I was going to say a thing. It was going to be rude.
Anyway, you
can... You want to say...
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Rude.
I couldn't help it. It was so good. I had to say a thing.
At any rate, go ahead on over to our website, gophermafia.com, and save yourself some dollars, because it's not just GW stuff. We will save you some dollars on anything and everything we're allowed to. Pretty much the go-to, isn't it? We have literally had people question our sanity. They're like, wait, you asked what question? How low can you charge? That's not right. You're right. You're right. But anyway, go check it out. Link is in the show notes below. And on that note, I think that's it for our mid-break. What do you think, Chris?
I have to go back to the...
You have to go back to the memes.
You can hear my excitement.
Here we are at the end of the episode. The last bit. You ready?
Yeah.
Meme.
I gotta get through.
I'm surprised. I'll be surprised if we get through this and there isn't a lethal.
No, the Death Guard aren't involved in this.
But now you're thinking of one.
No, I'm too busy with these. Don't worry. So I've got a couple more meme lists to go over. So the next one is one that I actually developed to like prove a point. And then I built it and everyone like got excited about it. Dang. Said I was. Anyway, because some of these lists were submitted to us a while back, and I apologize it took us so long to get to them. But back when Space Wolves were on Index, there was a 1 OC. A full 2,000 points of Space Wolves.
With 1 OC?
With a single character with a single point of OC. Why? Because you have to have a character. You're not allowed not. It's the fact that you can get 2,000 points, and I'm talking 2,000 points of like actually takeable units, like a bunch of Wolfendreads, a bunch of like Murderfang, and like there's Wolfen, a mountain, and you can mostly still do this, though it's less bad now. But Wolves have more OC0 than anyone else.
You're
2,000
right.
points of the only OC in the list is the OC they obligate you to take. If they didn't obligate you to take it, you could do a full 2,000 points with no OC. That's ridiculous. Kind of upsetty spaghetti. Anyway, with the Codex, they did fix some of that. But again, the whole purpose of the list is basically to show you how, in more than one way, wolves are not particularly loved by GW. Really, really sad and upsetting. I want to talk more about it, but I'm still upset. They partially, not fully, partially fixed wolves in that all the OC0 now has a chance to gain OC. Not saying it does, but it has a chance to gain OC, making it slightly more playable. Obviously, in response, they took away all of our synergy with other Marines. But I'm not going to start down this road because I'll bitch for an hour.
OC0 wolves, got it.
It's a whole list. A whole list. You could table someone, absolutely murder them. Because again, we have some data sheets. Doesn't matter. The only objective you can hold is one. That's assuming you don't lose your one character too early.
It also means with OC0, you can't actually do actions.
Correct. Can't do actions. Could not. There's a solid argument to if you put your character out front too early, you might actually be unable to score points for most of the game. Like you could do like behind enemy lines, table quarters, maybe even area denial, things like that. But like, yeah, it turns out like 2/3 of the game, you just would not be allowed to score. All of primary. Bad.
So you're spending your CP on rotation. Got it.
Why? It's not like you're going to score anyway. What are you going to go from one bad objective to another?
So what's the next meme list?
You're right. We should move on before I get upset.
This one is just completely unusable. Got it.
Okay, so now we're going to finish it off with kind of an open-ended list. This is going to be like a two-parter, an A and B, right? This list arguably has a chance at actually placing. I'm not saying it's good. It's not, objectively. Also, there's a chance. So the idea of this last list, which was, again, started or given to us by Mitch. He affectionately named it, "We're going to build a wall." So the list starts with 6 drop pods. Because you can. And with 6 drop pods, they're all dedicated, so you have to put a thing inside them. However, you have a couple of options here, right? With 6 drop pods, all turning up on turn 1 and basically creating a wall using terrain you are not allowed to get past like 9 inches outside your deployment. You can't. Unless they have infiltrator or something to mess you up. Can't do it. But you have to have things inside there. So you have a couple of options here. You could do what Mitch suggested, which is do the Anvil Siege Force and also notoriously detachment. Or you want to stand still in a game where it really wants you to move around. But you take a bunch of guns, you drop pod in, dump your dudes out, and then you stand still the rest of the game and you just shoot. And they have to mulch through not only your units, but also the drop pods themselves. Depending on if they're playing like, melee list or whatever else kind of determines drop the dudes out behind or in front. But you can usually position them to get a real amount of guns, shooting, protect the dudes that dumped out with the drop pods because the drop pods are kind of expendable. But this is a solid option. And again, if you're doing this, taking a bunch of Hellblasters, in theory, Eradicators, things like that, which this is why I say part A and B is because this arguably worked a little better in the previous data sheet for drop pods because you could take Gravis and things like that. But with the new drop pod data sheet, while you can't take Gravis and stuff anymore, you can now charge out of the drop pod, which is a pretty big deal. So that'll take us to our B version of this list, whereas you could take a bunch of melee style units. So you could take Blade Guard or things like that, and you could assault intercessors. So you could drop pod a wall of drop pods turn one, and then you could dump out a bunch of units. And we're talking, again, max units of Blade Guard with Judy, maybe a min unit or two different min units of assault intercessors, just like double the amount of charge rolls.
You also could do this
of charges on turn.
If you do it, you could do it with Blood Angels, because then you get your Death Company assault intercessors.
Yeah. Which
are way scarier.
Yeah. And then again, we're in that vein, right? You could go with the detachment that's +2 strength and +1 attack on the charge.
Yep.
So again, as a lance enhancement, stratagem.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got a bunch of ways to kind of make this more viable. Again, we are talking about a meme detachment here, right? Or meme list, I should say. I am not saying this is good. Drop pods are playable. Drop pods are reasonable. I even willing to put drop pods in like actual competitive lists. Spamming 6 of them to create a wall is probably not the best idea. But also, it could work. This is a meme list for sure. But also, this is the one of the whole list of them that we went over. Like, no, but there's a real chance. If you actually go turn one, which is very necessary for this list, but if you go turn one and you're able to make a amount of charges, or if you do the shooting list with Anvil, as long as you don't get wiped out too hard on turn one, gain all the benefits, the +1 of wound, you could do a real amount of damage. This has a real winning.
What?
And again, the reason this seems like it's doable is not only because it's so flexible, like the core meme is the 6 drop pods, right? And you have to have something in each drop pod, which isn't really so bad. But the reason I think this works isn't just because it's flexible, but also because the drop pods themselves are 70 points for a not tough model.
You're taking basically a night's worth of points.
You're right. But it's 6 separate units at soft vehicle, but effectively vehicle like stat line, right? It's got a real number of wounds. It's got an acceptably good save. No invuln, that's fine. And then it also has like a reasonable toughness. So they're going to need actual reasonable tank busting or even meltas to deal with this many drop pods. So again, you target priority correctly, right? Come out, your Hellblasters, their melta stuff. You have a chance at kind of making it difficult for them to put all their chaff shooting drop pods. And if they don't, that's a lot of drop pod to shoot through. And you might just wall them out from scoring. Again, I'm not saying it's a good list, but I'm saying this one, while being an absolute meme,
might actually stand a chance of throwing somebody off their A-game.
I could see doing a thing. I could see like playing this to teach some new players like mechanics, and it's memey enough that I don't feel like I'm like being hyper competitive, but also it's still not unreasonable to the point to where like if they make bad choices, they're going to lose. So they'll learn something, right? I don't want to play this list. Also, I hate to say it.
Well, so on that note, hey, Chris, can I borrow 6 drop pods?
Hell. Okay, for what it's worth, a little historical context. Drop pods, let's say 3 editions ago, something like that. They're actually, Space Wolves had a drop pod wall list. That was like one of the meta things for Wolves. So we had like, take especially back then, there was actually no drop pods. Units that were allowed to take drop pod or be in drop pods, they were allowed to take one drop pod per unit that could fit in there. So it was like a different wording, but it was effectively dedicated. But the limit was how many units can you take and then still afford drop pods. It wasn't 6 is the hard limit for drop pod. So in that list, you take dev squads and stuff like that. So you just drop pod away on turn 1 and then big wall of drop pods and would disembark your dev squads and a bunch of multi-melts in on that. So this was actually a competitive thing back in the day. I do not think it's competitive now. To be very clear, I do not think it is at all. But there was a let's say short period of time where arguably this was. And so yeah, this is again has a chance.
I'm ashamed of you.
Well, you and everybody else.
Well, on that note, Chris, we've gone over some very memey lists today. Do you have any more for us?
Not this week.
Oh, that means in the future, we're going to be doing another one of these. So you know what that means, dear listeners? If you're a patron, you can head on over and submit some lists to us and send it to us. And we'll do, maybe we'll get you in the next Mimi episode. Also, look at that. It's one of those benefits for being a patron. So you should probably go check out Patreon and throw yourself on there. It's an easy thing to do. And we've got the Servo Skull tier for $1. It's a whole $1. Just come show us some love. But yes, if you're on the Patreon, you can submit lists to us both for review for Chris and also for the Mimi thing, for the future Mimi episodes.
And as I said, it is designed for you to send me a legitimate list so that I can help you. I want to help you. I want to do the thing. I want to help you do better. I want to help explain whatever it is that you're having trouble with. That's what the list review is supposed to be. You send me more meme lists. I'll review them. Aaron's going to have to make me.
Also, what else are they going to do once they've learned all they can from you? Except troll you like I do.
First off, this game is so freaking big and complicated and changing so often. I will not even claim to, I am not the end all be all know the rules guy, right? I have a solid understanding, and because we run events and this and that, I'm really trying hard to keep up on stuff. I will say that I probably know more than average, but also I don't know of a single person that claims to know it all. GW for sure doesn't know it all, and it's their own game. It's their only job.
Clearly, because we won't be able to make meme lists. At any rate, thank you all for listening. Tune in next week.
Hey everybody, it's Aaron. I want to thank you again for tuning in for this episode of Gopher's Workshop with us, hanging out and listening. Remember, leave a 5-star review. Let us know what you think. And if you feel like supporting us, you can always go to Patreon in the show notes below. Thanks. Till next time.